What's going on, y'all? We're back with another episode, School Again podcast. It's your guy, School here. Got my brothers, Beans, Tills, Biz.
What's your face, Taylor?
Oh, shut up, yo.
You're so angry for a while. We didn't even start yet.
You see how it is. It's the regular stuff.
It's starting already, man. Let him get through the intro first, man.
You know what I mean? Now this Biz show now.
You got the angry face? I just want to know why you mad.
Kids don't even have an angry face, man. Kids chilling, man.
All right, not anymore, but whatever.
Eye on that door.
Yo, come on, yo. You just gonna talk about off the air stuff, huh?
You did it, bro. You did
Yo,
it.
come on, yo. Yo, what's the first topic, yo? Come on.
Nah, man. I mean, kids do got something to be mad about, though. You know, even if you ain't had a mad face, but really, the kids really do, man. You know, everybody know the results of the case with Breonna Taylor. And honestly, that took me out yesterday, man. I don't know. I just honestly, I had hope that they would do the right thing, and of course they, once again showed us.
Failed us again.
They don't care, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's been heavy. I mean, talking to a lot of my friends about it, and like everybody down right now, man. Like it's a low blow.
Definitely got failed again.
I don't know why we keep getting our hopes up about this stuff. Every time we pretty much really know what the outcome is gonna be, but yet we just allow ourselves to get to a place where we, I guess, have a glimmer of hope that things might be different, but inwardly we know that it's not gonna ever change. At least not right now. Maybe one day, but it's gonna be the same right now.
Just feel like with the glimmer of hope, it's just something like you just feel like we gotta hold on to, and we just need one to go our way, and I think that's what's like we get our hopes up for. Like we just need one decision to go our way, and then hopefully that'll turn the tide into 2 and then 3 and so on and so forth. But like said, like we get our hopes up and then we go right back down, and it seems like every week we back in the same place. It's like we start Monday, we build it up, get let down. It's a whole wave of emotion, bring us right back to square one. And then they build us up, and then they bring us right back down. Like I saw a couple of my coworkers and friends, they was talking about the $12 million payout that they got, that the family got. And I was like, maybe this is something. And you hope it's something, but in the back of your head, you just know, like, this might not be the time. And like history been telling us, this wasn't one of those times either. So I don't know, man.
That part of it I never understand, because when they get paid out, it's called like a wrongful death, like payout, which means that something wrong happened and now we owe you.
Right.
But then nobody gets held accountable for whatever was wrong that happened.
And that should tell us right there, because we've been getting a lot of payouts over the past couple years with these cases and situations happen, but we don't get the justice that we want, that we really want. And payout and money, that ain't justice.
Oh.
That's hush money. It's sickening. And other things, like, where the hell they come up with 12 million? Like, it's always a random ass number.
I think they said that was the biggest payout that the city had ever paid out. So, I mean, that definitely tells you something. The magnitude of
I've seen
that's
that
going
somewhere.
on.
But it's not coming out of the cops' pocket. It's not coming out of the department's pocket. It's all taxpayer money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that ain't really hurting nobody or hurting them.
We still getting hurt because
that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not coming out of his. It's not coming out of neither 3 of the officers that was involved. They still getting their paychecks. They still got their pensions. They still living comfortably, monetarily, as far as I know. Yet, you know, we still as a people, as a community, we put that money up for it. That's taxpayer money. So until they start messing with pensions and officers' pockets directly, we probably ain't never gonna see that change.
And like the biggest slap in the face is that the one person that was indicted for the bullets that didn't hit her and that could have hit her neighbors. Like, what?
Bunch of bull, yo.
Y'all want justice for people that could have been hurt, could have been shot in other apartments, but she dies and her death is in vain in the sense of justice. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was the part for me. It was kind of like they made a big ordeal as if it was going to be like a indictment on like the fact that Breonna Taylor was killed, and it was kind of like not they kind of just overlooked it. And it's pretty much, this indictment is for the bullets that missed. And from everything I read and looked up, it was kind of like nothing was put towards like indictment of anything far as wrongful death or anything like that. And that was the part that kind of got me. It was kind of like you kind of made this big ordeal, like it was going to be about the bullets that went through the wall, and it happened back in March, and it's now September. So you kind of knew what kind of time it was going to be on, because at first it took so long, and then like everything that happened in between there is like it took all this time to get to this point. It's like you got everybody hopes up, but at the back of your mind, you're like, yo, it's going to be more of the same stuff that's been going on. You're not really going to see justice through this court.
And you knew what time it was going to be once they started boarding everything up in the city. They already knew what the outcome was going to be. They knew people was going to start protesting.
Yeah, yo, like you knew it was about to be on. Like it was like 2 days prior. It was 2 days prior. They was boarding up, bringing the National Guard, putting in the curfew. And he was like, all right, well, you know what they're going to be on, so.
So let me ask you this as someone that's former like law enforcement. Cops could get away with accidentally shooting people and they can be justified by whatever means. Is there any situation you've ever heard of where a civilian like has shot and killed a cop accidentally and they were able to, in some form or fashion, get away with it?
I honestly can't think anything where like a civilian shot a cop and they essentially got away with it. I can't think any cases off the top of my head.
Any circumstances that might warrant that? Is there any pass a civilian could get?
Any circumstances?
Yeah, that might warrant that.
I mean, so if you take like like taking a scenario like say the Breonna Taylor situation, say they hit that, they do the search warrant on the house, they hit the door, and her boyfriend shot at the cops, hit one of the cops, but he didn't die. So I can think of like maybe if the cop ended up dying and his argument was like, I didn't know it was a cop, I thought it was somebody breaking in the house. I can see that instance maybe possibly happening, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy to kind of put that scenario out because it like you can have something plain as day, just like they did the search warrant, they shot her, she died, and it's like for us, it's kind of like, well, they shouldn't have did that, she shouldn't have been shot, shouldn't have died. It seems to us, but when it goes to the court's like,
Breaking up.
I think I followed you for the most part, but yeah, I pretty much get what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't think of any scenario where that's happened, but I can almost guarantee that it happens more often than not where cops kill people and get away with it than people killing cops and getting away with it.
Right, that happens all the time. I was just wondering is there any time that like the other way around we would see something like that happen, because I can't think of anything, and we continue to see cops just held to this standard or lack of a standard in terms of killing these people and not to face any type of repercussions for it. So it's just sad.
Yeah.
Shit's whack, though.
You know, it is. And like I said, I know a lot of people. Like, I mean, we all taking it hard, but I know a lot of my friends, my women friends, they're taking it real hard, especially in the Black community, because you know it's always especially a lot of lately. It's like they don't feel protected. They don't feel, you know, that people care enough. And you know, one of my friends was telling me that she was offended by a lot of people because when George Floyd passed, the whole world went crazy. You know, everybody posting, everybody this, everybody saying stuff, and she was like, when you know this came out yesterday, she was like, she felt like she didn't see a lot of people talking about it or a lot of support, and she's just like, you know, this could have been anybody. She was like, it could have been her, it could have been, you know, some one of our moms, or you know what I mean. And it's like she just feel like when it comes to Black women, the world is very selective. And I mean, even you know, we know that they don't get a lot of the respect that they deserve. So I definitely understood where she was coming from.
I think that's true to a certain extent, but I think circumstances are a little different. I think it kind of hits you a little bit harder when you watch it happen. So when you got George Floyd and we all have to sit and watch that video, like you feel it a little bit differently. So of course the Breonna Taylor situation is horrible, but there is still a slight lack of connection, maybe because like we didn't sit and watch that happen to her. So it's not right,
Yeah.
but I think there is a certain level of connection that you make, like just
Why
have to
everybody,
watch that
yeah,
video.
I can see that.
yeah,
It's definitely different
Yeah.
because like, people were
Plus,
seeing that
and
in
plus, it
person.
was kind of, yeah.
wow.
I didn't hear
It's like
either.
you read about the Breonna Taylor case, and it's like you read about it, and it's like you got to sit down and read what happened and stuff like that. But it's like George Floyd, that's right there in your face, live and direct. You see it second by second, minute by minute. You see it happen. So, like you said, you kind of connect with it differently. You kind of it's in your face. Breonna Taylor case, I don't know how long it took for it to actually hit like the internet and like go viral and stuff on from like when it actually happened to when it actually everybody started to hear about it. But I know the George Floyd one was like almost instant. It was like it happened and then somebody uploaded the video and it was just out on the internet like as soon as it happened. And actually that's kind of what got the whole Breonna Taylor case out there. It was like everybody was going on George Floyd and people were kind of like, what about Breonna Taylor? And that's when that caught speed too.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a delay, and I think that also might play a slight, role in it. I think the Breonna Taylor story actually started coming out when Ahmaud Arbery story was happening. So that happened, and we didn't find out about his story till I think a couple weeks after that happened, because
Yeah.
of whatever reason, I forgot how that ended up coming out. And then they're like, "Oh, well, that happened, but y'all didn't hear about this." And then her story started getting blown up. So
Yeah.
it's also like that bit of delay,
Yeah.
seeing it in real time and kind of
Mm-hmm.
having to catch up on the facts of the case. I think that creates a bit of disconnection. It's not right, but I just think that's just how our minds might work in that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. I don't think it was anything intentional. It was like, all right, well, what happened to Breonna Taylor? That's cool and all, but we're gonna focus on George Floyd. I don't think it was anything intentional like that, but like you said, it's like you gotta sit down and read about the case versus you seeing something happen right there in your face.
Right. And also, like, there is a bit of, I mentioned in the chat the other day, like, a lot of people don't know, like, what actually happened. There's a lot of different stories going around. If you can't see it for yourself, like, you kind of got to pick a side because the media is going to play it on both sides and say,
All right.
there was a no-knock warrant, there wasn't a no-knock warrant. He shot first, he didn't shoot first. Like, it's so many different narratives that you got to kind of weed your way through it and figure out what actually happened. And then that's going to dictate, like, I don't want to say how strongly you feel about it, but it's going to influence how you look at the situation
Mm-hmm.
after you have to maneuver through
Yeah.
what those different narratives.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
was legit me. That was legit me yesterday. I was like going bounce back and forth between websites trying to see like, all right, this website
Nope, we lost you.
says
But I think he was saying how he was going through different stories and trying to figure out what was true. And to a certain extent, that was my story as well. Yesterday, the day before, like just trying to figure out what actually happened, because it changes the narrative slightly. The warrant part of it, like, because the original story I heard was it was no knock. They just busted down the door. He heard that and he shot. Okay, I completely understand that. And then another story, everybody's like, well, here the facts finally came out and they actually did knock and they actually said, yo, it's the police or whatever. And then he shot. She still should have never died, but the story is a little bit different at that point.
Yeah.
The media plays a big part in that too, because who knows if those facts are true? You know, they probably.
For me, the one consistent fact that I was seeing across the board was that they had the wrong address. I don't think I've seen anywhere that disputed that part. Which, right there, it's like, all right, even if you did knock, even if who shot first, X, Y, and Z, it still comes back to if you had the right address. None of that even plays a factor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying that's the one thing that I know that was consistent across the board. At least everything that I read, though, like they had the wrong address, which is like from the start. Like if that one thing changes, none of that ever happened. So
right, and I don't want to labor this topic too much, but that's one of the things. Like all the Blue Lives Matter supporters have been saying, like the cops shouldn't be responsible because they were like acting on bad orders. So they had to go in and then the circumstance happened once they got there. So it's like above them. The people that should be getting punished are the people that sent them to the wrong place, had the warrant signed, everybody above them. But y'all still went in and acted recklessly, and now somebody is dead because of the actions that you committed. So I don't know. It's hard for me.
It's messy all around.
In the schools, when he was saying about the women saying protect Black women, I put a tweet earlier. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I woke up and I was about to tweet like we gotta protect Black women, and then I really thought about it. Like part of the reason she's dead is because her boyfriend got up and was protecting her from what was happening. So it's like
trying to protect her.
We lost her by protecting her in a sense. So. Not to ever say that we shouldn't be, but it's just the way that things work in a situation. It's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, I ain't even really think about it like that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't know if you're moving to some NBA talk.
Yeah, how y'all feeling about the NBA right now? About these playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know, yo. The Heat might win it all, yo.
Nah, watch them all. That's crazy.
That's how you feel? That's how you feel?
Yo, I just like the way the Heat look, man. Like, they they look unstoppable. Like, Boston could throw everything at them, and they just end up winning still. It's kind of sick.
Lakers got it, man.
I don't know, Bron. I mean, they got Bron and AD. Like, I still, like, on paper, I would say the Lakers probably still win. Well, I won't be surprised if the Heat take them.
Don't got enough.
Like
it'll be a good game. Good finals.
Don't got no size though.
Oh, the Heat.
True.
Yeah, they only got Ben. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't really know who they could put on Bron. You could put Bam on AD probably. He's pretty versatile, but what you gonna do with Bron?
Jimmy gonna guard Bron.
Nah, he can't hold that. He can't hold that up though.
You're not big enough.
Over a 7-game series, you're not going.
So Jimmy don't play defense.
He play defense, but he not going.
So Jimmy don't play defense now.
He plays defense, but Bron is 6'10", 280, bro. Like,
what are you gonna do?
Jimmy only what 6?
I mean, Jimmy's a defender. 6'7".
6'7".
Nah, I think
6'7".
7.
I'll give him 6'5".
He might be 6'5", 6'6", maybe.
And what? Maybe 2.
Jimmy Butler
20.
6'7".
6'7",
Your
what,
sources,
220?
dog. It ain't right.
I'm looking. That's what popped up on Google, man.
Not ESPN, no.
He got ESPN the Ocho
This is
because
Jimmy Butler.
he got
6'7", 230.
He got Spectrum Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
ESPN sources. Reading the numbers wrong.
Shit, the numbers is backwards.
Everywhere I'm looking, it says he's 6'7".
6'7" and what? 220? 230?
230.
And Brian is what? 6'10", 280.
Bro, I'm not 6'10", yo. Come on.
What?
6'8", 6'9". It's all the same
You
shit,
old.
bro.
Bron's not 6'10".
What is it?
They got AD listed at 6'10".
AD's not 6'10" though.
They have AD listed. They have AD listed at 6'10".
Brian was 6'8" coming out of high school.
Exactly. Like, y'all ODing now.
Bron is at least 6'9".
Bron's not 6'10", yo. Come on.
He's 6'9".
Come on, yo. Y'all. Yo, really?
One say 6'9", one say 6'8".
Bron is
Brian was
not
6'8" coming out of
6'10".
high
That's all
school.
I
That
know.
was 03.
He's not 6'10". All right. Yo, chill out, yo.
What we? He can't go 2 more
Bron's not
inches.
6. Bron, he's not 6'10", yo.
I don't know what sources y'all be looking at.
Like, y'all really
What you looking at?
dragging it. He's not 6'10".
Let's look at that.
They list.
You're not going to find any source that's going to validate him being 6'10".
They list Ben Simmons at 6'10", and Brian and him they eye to eye.
It says 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan.
6'10".
He's not 6'10", man. Okay, what y'all say? He's not 6'10". They got Dwight
not
Howard
6'10".
and AD listed at 6'10".
You're not 6'10".
All right. What that matter here?
Talking about point. It don't matter. Jimmy's not gonna withstand. He can't. Jimmy's a great defender, but I don't see him. I see him get wore out by Brian.
But y'all said it like they had actually nobody to match up with LeBron. Like Jimmy
They
matches
don't.
up well with LeBron on defense.
No, he doesn't.
How?
I'm not.
He does not, bro.
I'm not saying he's gonna lock Bron up, but Jimmy is a good defender and he matches up well defending LeBron.
I don't know about
locking him up.
Whatever you say.
Don't nobody match up
That's
well
all.
with Brian.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't nobody match up with Brian.
All right. So who in the league matches up well with LeBron defensively? Kawhi, Paul.
They home, so it don't matter.
KD from a length perspective does.
What you say?
Hey yo.
KD from a length perspective does.
Hey yo, what?
I said KD got the length.
You said it twice. Yo.
Don't open your eyes like that ever again, bro.
Hey yo.
The wingspan.
Nah, yo. Somebody cut him out this chat, yo. Nah, yo. School, get him out of here, yo. You gotta add him in this joint.
It depends though, bro. If Brian come out full force like an animal, bro, like ain't nobody match coming out like an animal, bro.
Yo, chill out, kid. Chill out. Niggas gotta chill out, man.
But if he come out,
I'm good.
and like play like and dominate, ain't nobody matching up with Brian.
We're gonna see, man.
What's that face
All
for?
I'm saying, I like Jimmy's odds defending LeBron against a lot of other people defending him. That's all.
I mean, he's clearly their best defender on the team, so I give you that argument. Because they ain't got nobody else to put on him. Andre Iguodala
I would say he
ain't
chill, relax.
That's what I'm saying. Iggy ain't nothing no more.
How about Iggy? He not Iggy.
He not Iggy no more.
He not Iggy no more.
He Andre
you gotta say the whole name.
Yeah, like he ain't nobody no more. It still boggles my mind that he got a Finals MVP though. Bro. That's just crazy.
Yo,
that's just crazy.
Like absolute Like,
Brian
I mean, granted,
averaged a triple double that fight though. And they gave it to Andre Iguodala for coming off the bench in game 3.
Brown lost. They had to give it to somebody
I
else.
mean,
He had a triple
I'm not,
double, bro.
I'm not giving it to Bron. Like, you lost. Like, you can't get the MVP. That's just me.
He
But
had
like,
Dellavedova as his point guard, bro.
did you see Steph's stats for that series? Like,
I
you
would
could
have given
easily
it.
give that to Steph.
I would have given it to
Easily give it to
Brian
Steph.
off the fact that he had Matthew Dellavedova as his point guard. That's off that alone. Here you go, bro.
That's facts.
I'll give you this, bro.
So who y'all got in the finals? Who y'all calling?
Lakers.
Heat Lakers.
Heat Lakers.
Oh, who gonna win it all?
Lakers, Heat.
It's gonna be Heat Lakers.
Lakers in 6.
Cause what? Celtics down 3-1 now, right?
3, yeah.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a tough. That's
I
a tough
mean,
one.
we saw what happened to the Clippers, so we can't say that's a wrap.
We seen it happen, but I don't. But
Clippers tried.
the Heat
No,
got
I-
too much
I
fight in
get
him to
you.
go
Yeah,
to let
no, I
that
get
come
you.
back. Yeah,
Clips trash, man.
he got way too much fat.
Clips got way too much hype, yo.
Yo, they about to blow up that whole team. Yeah.
They got way too much hype.
Yo, the trade's gonna be sick next year.
About to be a lot of people right getting fired.
My boy at work was talking about Paul George the other day. He was like, "Nah, I ain't calling him playoff P no more. I'm calling him pleasure P." He said, "Yo, he's been ass, yo. He's been
a pleasure, P.
He's been ass.
Not
bro.
pretty wicked.
5 in the morning."
Yo, chill out.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
All year, that's everybody was talking about Lakers flip, and they blew it, bro. Absolutely pissed it away.
They did. They really did.
I would
it was
blow that.
supposed to be that.
I will blow that whole team up. Go get D Miles, Q Rich, and
Yo.
go get my guy Kamen back.
Yo.
Go get Elton Bray. Get my guys on the cover. What was that? Source with the do-rag, the jersey.
Yo, that was a sick cover too.
Get my boys back in here. They had a better shot, yo.
Yo, Q Rich and Miles was the sick duo, yo.
I'd rather see them.
Yo, they might have the.
I'd rather see them lose a 3-1 lead than see Kawhi, PG, and Doc Rivers as the head coach lose 3-1. That was pitiful, yo. Low key, I would have loved to see the Mavs knock them out. I would have loved to see the Mavs knock them out.
I think if we have Porzingis, we have a good chance to do so.
Here you go. Now he in his bag. You said the Mavs. Now he in his bag. Look.
That's it.
Nah, they had a shot. If KP didn't go down, they had a shot.
Nah, they definitely did have a
They had a
shot.
shot.
Honestly, I thought they was gonna win it.
It was a 4-2, right? They lost in 6.
That boy Luka, man.
Yep.
They had a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost in 6. What was it? Game 1 that
They threw him.
James
Yeah,
got kicked out too.
Yeah,
for nothing. For absolutely nothing. For defending his teammate, he got thrown out. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was like
Young boys wasn't backing down. I like to see that.
That's how you know the shit was rigged. Cause they wanted the Clips be in that. They didn't want that. They didn't want the Mavs to beat them first round, bro. Come on, yo.
it was like, nah, get him out of here, yo.
So we gotta do something early. That was like, what was it, like first, second quarter too, right?
I want to
Was
say
it that?
Yeah,
Was
it was either, I think it was like early third quarter.
Was that?
It was a lot of game left when he got kicked out. I know that much. It was a lot of game left.
Shit, sad, yo.
he got a tech in the first half.
That's what it was. You still should have got to it, but
They was trying to get rid of him.
you remember who you got tonight? Denver, LA. Denver take him in, or LA take him in rather 3-1, or they
2-1 or 3-1 right now.
it's 2-1 right
It's
now.
2-1.
That's 2-1.
2-1 LA.
2-1 LA.
Yeah, I think Lakers go up 3-1 and close it out.
Shit, they better, bro.
Yeah, no, they better not.
If they go 2-2, it's gonna get scary.
It's gonna get real crazy.
But if you go up 2-2, the Nuggets gonna get some heart. It's gonna get scary from then on, yeah.
Mm.
They gotta close the deal tonight. Well, not close the deal, but they gotta win tonight. They definitely gotta win tonight.
Yeah.
You know what happened to your boy, yo? What happened to your boy Giannis? I ain't hear from him in a while.
Who, the regular season MVP?
I ain't hear from him in a while.
Yeah.
Low key, I kind of forgot. Like when they announced he got MVP, I forgot about him altogether. I was like, oh shit, Giannis was played. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's hard to remember how much he dominated in the regular season once the playoffs started.
No, it's crazy, man.
You just waiting to go into your Giannis bag, yeah.
Surprise,
You just holding that back.
That's annoying, yo. My man got one drop step and a dunk. Everybody go crazy for this dude. You gotta be kidding me, yo.
Hey, that's all I had.
That's a what? Man, please. It's all media hype, narrative based. That's why he got it, bro.
He has the best.
It's all narrative. They're tired of talking about LeBron. Tired of giving LeBron his deserved awards. He's like, nah, we gotta give it to somebody else. Oh, who's the Greek freak?
How many Bron got? 4?
He ain't deserve it?
No, yo.
Did you look at the numbers side by side in the records?
He got one drop step and dunks the ball at 6'11". You should be able to do that. I don't care, yo. That's annoying. The media hype that shit from day one, bro. Dudes is tired of talking about LeBron. They said we got to get somebody, please. My man dunked their first game of the season. They, oh, here he is, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Imagine if he had AD with him. He crazy, right?
No, because he still can't shoot. He still stinks.
I won't say he stink. But
He stinks, bro. Stop it, yo. It's not that good, yo.
Yo,
Stop.
why?
Stop it, yo.
Why you
just
hating
let him
so
in the league
much,
for
yo?
pity?
He's not that good, bro.
Spencer, the league MVP is not that
He's
good.
not, bro.
That guy
Why
is
he
18.
why he in the league? You let him in
I
for
don't
pity?
know. I don't know. He got 3 other brothers in the league, too. I don't know. I don't know why he's in the league, bro.
His brothers aren't that good.
Bro, he headbutted somebody in the bubble during COVID, and nobody said a thing about it. Nobody realized it happened, bro.
He did headbutt somebody. Yeah.
Nobody said
I remember that.
anything.
He did
Nobody
headbutt
said,
somebody.
nobody said anything, bro.
When you the MVP, you know what I mean? Get away with it.
Nobody. If Bron did that, yo, it would have been crazy. They'd still be talking about it.
Ron probably would have flopped like somebody hit him.
And they still would have been talking about it.
Nah.
All his games was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon where everybody at work. Don't nobody want to see him play, bro. All Bron games is prime time, baby. Come on. What are we talking about?
Yo,
And
when did you become such a big LeBron fan?
Yo, I've always been a big LeBron fan. Yo, when they got swept. I don't care what the series said, 4-1. You say 4-1 all you want. They got swept. When Giannis hurt his ankle, they played a whole lot better when he wasn't on the court, bro. That ball was flying around, passing. They was throwing up. Middleton went off. He damn near had 50.
He did.
Giannis averaged 29.
Giannis has, when you 6'11", you should be averaging 29 points, bro. I'm sorry. You should average 29 points.
So anybody
6'11", you should be averaging. You should be averaging 29 points. You're 6'11". All you gotta do is this. You just gotta do this. That's all you gotta
do. Yo, come on.
He can't shoot.
You gotta relax,
can't pass. Can't stand LeBron. It's a big media hype narrative about this dude. So when Brown was in the East with Giannis, and nobody said shit about Giannis. Kawhi was there. Brian leave. Everybody talking about Kawhi. Kawhi leave. Everybody talking about.
Didn't Giannis win it last year?
Everybody talking about KD coming from the West to come to the East. Talking about Kyrie. No Brian in the East. No Kawhi in the East. No KD hurt. Kyrie hurt. They said we gotta find somebody.
Or no?
He shouldn't have won it last year either.
Right. With Kawhi in the East. You just said no Kawhi.
I'm talking about this year.
Well, what about last year? Kawhi was in the East, and he won it last year.
Bro, he shouldn't have won it last year either. It's all media hype. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You're not listening. You're not listening, yo.
I'm
This is
listening,
what-
and I'm countering the point.
the media creates this whole narrative like, all right, who can we talk about? And they said, yo, let's kind of talk. Let's try to push this Greek freak narrative. Greek freak. That's all. I keep hearing, yo. It's annoying as hell.
29 and 13.
That's what you should do, bro. I'm not giving you an MVP for what you should be doing.
You can't name me another person 6'11" that averages that.
Right now, probably not.
Oh,
But
God.
over the years that won it, yes, plenty of people.
Ooh.
Shaq for one.
Okay, Shaq, who is a center, sure.
Yeah, he should be dominated, which he did. Giannis
And
played in the soft ass East, bro. He played against the
Shaq is the top
Magic. He
player of
played
all
against the
time.
Magic, bro.
You said anybody 6'11" should be doing this. So
He
who
played
else
against.
6'11"
He
is doing
played
this?
against. He played against the Magic, bro.
Who else 6'11"
Who
is doing this?
smacked them the first game? They should have swept their ass too. They got
Alright.
lucky.
Cool. Not gonna answer my question.
Nah, I'm not. Cause Giannis is bad.
Straight like that.
Giannis stinks, man. Oh man.
Yeah, we can get in this Kanye stuff, man. Oh shit. Hold on.
Intro
Nah,
to you.
I was getting FaceTime. But yeah, nah, I actually this rant that Kanye been going on, man, I actually appreciate this one, you know what I mean? Being in the music industry and, you know, knowing a lot of the stuff that goes on. Bad deals, bad publishing, you know, people not owning anything, and he's speaking some facts. Like, he a little late to the party, but he's speaking facts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these conversations, a bunch of people I know, you know, always having, and you know, you got these smaller labels where they're already doing things that he's talking about. But I mean, a lot of musicians ain't making money because these labels own everything. So,
Like, I think we talked about it before. Kanye usually always comes from a place that makes sense. He just doesn't always
Deliver
articulate it well, and he kind of goes in left field sometimes. But I think with the music, this is something that he actually really knows. He's kind of like, that's his field other than fashion. So he could talk a little more in a more educated way about this stuff. I mean, putting his whole contract on Twitter was kind of deep, but I guess it gets the point across.
I mean, I feel like only somebody at his level, his status could pull that off. Cause
Yeah.
like me starting out in music, I'm not throwing my contract out like that. I ain't doing it. But he did his time. You know what I'm saying? He did his time. He earned that status, earned that respect. So
yeah. That's what I think the difference is gonna be. Like I said, a lot of people had this conversation, but I feel like because it's Kanye, because you know what I mean, he's showing his contract, doing this and that. Now people gonna listen, and it's like it's cool, like appreciate it, but it's also like we've been fighting for this. Like, what's up so long?
Yeah, I mean, we ask artists and celebrities that use their platforms for change. So, I mean, I respect him coming out and doing it in the way that he did. So I seen him tweet it, but do you really think that he's going to get the masters or give the masters back to the good music artists? Because people were saying he's asking for like all his masters, but he got people under contract who don't have their masters. So like, how's that gonna end?
I think he's gonna give it back. I don't know if he said he's giving back 50%. So I'm taking it as they might already own half of their masters, and he had 50%. That's what I'm taking. Or he's either
that's what I thought when I saw it.
Mm-hmm. It's either that or he owns 100%, and he's like, I'm gonna give y'all 50. I don't know what the case is, but as having a label is like, I understand why these labels have these deals where they're like, they're doing X, Y, and Z, because you gotta think about it. A record deal is nothing but a loan. You know what I mean? Like, it's me giving you a loan, and to get that money back for that loan, they're taking their masters or whatever. But it's at a point where you kind of don't really need a major label for all this stuff. You know what I mean? You don't need that money. You don't need that loan
I was
to.
just about to say, like, with all the social outlets now and the media outlets now, you could just produce your own stuff
You can put
and
it
put it
out,
out there.
you get your buzz going, and you know what I mean. It go from there. So I feel like the label needs a new structure. Like the industry needs a new structure with the labels and the contracts, just like what he's saying. So we're gonna see what happens.
I think it's enticing to take those deals though, even if your whole come up was solo. When people throwing that type of money at you and you come from where we come from, like it's hard to turn down that money and think about like the long term. Like you're thinking like, let me take this now, let me get my family out of here, let me do this, instead of thinking like, if I could hold out a little while longer, do this on my own and be able to keep everything in the long run, my family would be way better off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
it's hard. Same thing with athletes.
There's a few artists who actually like thought that way and like still doing their thing. Like, oh, this label offered me 10 mil. I know they only offered me 10 mil, but they see that I'm gonna make more than 10 mil. So I need to figure out how to do that on my own and make my 10 mil plus more, you know what I mean, on my own. So, I feel like if a lot of artists think that way or figure it out,
Is it so much that they're bad deals coming from the labels, or is it that the artists may not have like the proper management or team to like experience and knowledge to look into these actual deals and be like, nah, I'm not gonna get in bed with this label company because this is what they're asking for.
It's definitely that too. It's definitely not having the right team, right lawyers.
I think they both could be true at the same time.
What is that?
Yeah.
I said they both could be true at the same time. It's a
Okay.
bad deal, and y'all didn't look into it the way that you should have. What were you saying, School?
And then sometimes when people sign these deals, like say I get a deal, but I don't have a manager, I don't have a lawyer, I don't have this or that. The label assign me, but then they'll have their lawyers present or their manager, and these are people that they're putting on my team now. So they're working on best interest for the label and not best interest for me as the artist. You know what I mean? So
because I was also thinking about, because like you hear the horror stories, like we've heard them with TLC, they that was a terrible deal. And then even with stuff with like Diddy and all that stuff, you always hear the stories about how the label company is doing this and doing that and stealing from the artists and all this other stuff. But it's just like you're saying, I guess it is twofold where like it is there. Is it? Then that brings me to another question though. Are they doing it purposely because they don't have that backing that with that team with that knowledge and they're just taking advantage? Or is it just like, me as an artist, I don't have it, so I'm gonna reach out to you to give it to me, and like you were saying in school, like I will present you with my lawyers and my management, and I'll front you all that stuff. So you're still working in the best interest for the label versus best interest for me at the end of the day.
It's I feel like it is, again, it's these artists not having the proper people around, but also these labels are it's both. They're trying to do the best interest for the label. And I got a friend, she's a lawyer, and I've talked to her about it because I have a independent label and I'm trying to do things with it. And I told her, like, I'm not trying to be like these major labels. I'm not trying to own anybody or rob anybody of their money or publishing or masters, stuff like that. But I'm like, how can I do this? How can I make sure they're good as an artist, but make sure I'm good as a company? And she was like, that's gonna be hard. And she broke it down to me. She was like, that's why these labels do what they do. And she was like, of course they give out bad deals, stuff like that. But me being who I am, it's like I don't want to give a bad deal out, but it's like I gotta find that middle point of, all right, maybe we'll go 50-50 or we'll do 80-20 or you know what I mean? Like as a label, as a business, I gotta have something to be able to keep my label going to.
Yeah, definitely.
keep doing whatever I'm doing for these artists, whether it's just production, whether it's just if I'm trying to do record deals or whatever the case is. So, but it's just business at the end of the day. We gotta figure out how to do proper business.
Yeah, I guess that's how to navigate through it.
Yeah.
So, is Kanye coming back? Is he coming back with that? Like, if he do give them their masters, like, is he slowly coming back out, like coming back towards us, or he's still like way out there? Did that do anything? Does that help his image a little bit?
Hard to tell with him.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, I've seen a lot of people responded to it like, yeah, like this one I'm talking about, this dope, Kanye back. For me, it's like, tell people all the time, I might not agree. Oh shit, I might not agree with everything he say or whatever, but I still rock with Kanye regardless. You know what I mean? That's my guy. I don't agree with everything. We all got people who don't agree with everything they say or do, but those still might be your people or whatever the case.
I hope this leads to him coming back. Like, I'm the same way, kind of like you. Like, I still fuck with Kanye. Like, I love one of the very few that I know still mess with like all his music because it just tells a whole story of where he is in his his current state, and I like all of it. But I feel like I hope this could be something that could like catapult him into.
Yeah, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
On my phone, yeah.
My guy was on landscape mode.
Nah, you probably got your screen locked. That's probably why it ain't flipped.
Oh shit. Yo.
Yeah, hold up.
You know how you want to print a document and then you gotta flip it?
We good.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I hope Kanye come back. I hope he do this. I hope he follow through, and I hope it leads to more stuff. Coming back to the forefront, coming back to us, coming back to the people.
Yeah.
So another thing I was interested in your thoughts about. I was seeing him talking about how he feels like he should be on the board at Gap. He should be on the board at Adidas and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you contribute that much to it. I think you should have a seat at the table. But at the same time, I saw someone say, like, it's not that you don't deserve a seat. It's the fact that you're kind of a liability because nobody ever knows what you're going to do at any given time. So I kind of see both sides of it. So I don't know what y'all think.
Nah, that's fact. He's a wild card. You don't, especially now, you don't know what he's going to say, what he's going to do. Like, nobody thought in our right minds that he was going to be promoting Trump and wearing MAGA hats and doing that, but he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so like as somebody that's a head of a company like a Gap or Adidas, I got a big brand. I can't mess with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From business side, you can't just have somebody just randomly off on a tweet. Like, he could be on the board and next man he'd be like, yo, F Adidas, I'm going back to Nike. And it's like, you can't have somebody, the wild card like that on your board.
Like, or say something wild, or tweeting during the meeting, some big meeting or something like that. Like, you can't have it. Like,
you might live stream the meeting just off.
Yeah, we don't. I don't need that. I don't need that.
He borderline said, he said, I'm wearing Jordans until I'm on the board
like,
of Adidas.
You can't say you want to be on the board of Adidas and then be like, yo, I'm just wearing Jordans until they put me on the board. This is why you're not on the board, Kanye.
You can't go to the you can't go to the D's meeting wearing great fives. Like, it's not gonna happen. You gotta go somewhere with that. You gotta go somewhere. I don't want to see you. I can't. I don't want you in breads, bro. You better put on some
cool grays.
Nah.
I saw a tweet today. He said something along the lines of, my first order of business when I get on at Adidas is to do a Adidas Nike collaboration. I'm like, is that a thing? Like,
that'll never happen, bro.
I've never seen them collab. Like, they're like competitors. Like, how does that work? But
bro,
maybe I just don't know the business.
I won't wear a Nike t-shirt and Adidas flip-flops together. You're not gonna have them create a collab and put a sneaker or some brand together. That's not gonna happen.
I wear some Nikes with Adidas sweatpants.
See, you set tripping. I'm not set tripping.
You don't do the Nike socks, Adidas flops?
You
Nah,
already
you
know.
can't.
I'll buy
Nah,
it. I'm not gonna lie.
nah. If I got
Nike
Adidas sweats,
socks, Adidas flops,
I got
chain
Adidas
full of watch.
sweats. It's gonna be Adidas
That's
shirt
the
and
person
socks.
thinking out the box.
Yeah.
If I
That's
got
Oh,
Nike
chill.
full bar
sweats,
socks.
All right, yo, chill out.
gotta chill, yo. If it's Adidas, it's all Adidas. If it's all Nike, it's all Nike.
Chill out, yo. Chill out.
You don't get that frame here, bro.
That is a shock shit.
Yo, where
That's
you
It's
pull
right
that
here.
from?
Got the whole bookshelf here. CDs and books are right there.
Let me pull that from half.
I might
Do
have
it
to
again.
toast that on iTunes.
You know, I got some stuff. I don't even know if y'all could. Oh, this is crazy. I didn't even look at the back of this. I don't know if I could see that. Facelift consultation.
The MySpace?
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yikes.
nah, I
Black
need the
They ain't even have a case on that thing.
Nah, that's
Oh
crazy.
my god.
Yo, that looked like Kanye album when it what was that? When he did something like that.
The
What was that?
Yeezus?
Yeezus? Yeah. It was just a CD in a case.
I
You
don't
used to have
even
your
got
time,
that
boy.
joint.
Nah, you gotta have that framed up.
No, facts.
Bunch of stuff I gotta get for around here.
I probably got a couple CDs laying around too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go through my CD joint and I'm gonna put them up here. Next pod, they're gonna be right here on the back.
Kids trying to get back in the stew.
Up, though.
One of these days.
You already know what I need, man.
When
You
y'all-
already
when
know.
y'all come
What's
to-
up? What's
when
up?
y'all
What's
come
up?
to
What's up?
LA,
What's up?
you know
What's
what I
up?
mean?
What's
We in the
up?
studio.
And
Don Perignon.
I've been waiting to get these bars off, man. Wait,
Good evening, folks. This is Don Perignon.
I need a professional sound behind me, bro. I gotta get these bars off, man.
I'm so ignorant, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was telling one of my coworkers about that. She's like, I can't believe you, bro. I said, I can't believe me either.
Yo, we was in there acting like we did not belong.
We
there.
did it.
BZ tried to wait, who was it? Was it BZ or was it school? Who tried to flood the table?
I'm about to say somebody knock
All
it
right.
out, yo.
That's the end of the podcast.
Oh, it was school. Okay. I couldn't remember who it was.
That was definitely me, man.
I gotta be one
But
of
that was
them.
you,
I
and then
gotta
it
be,
was BZ who waited for everybody to order. Then he saw what somebody had. It was like,
He waited
yeah, I
for
need that.
Will. He waited for Will School's Lasagna to
It
come
was a
out.
chicken
He
farm. It
ordered-
was a chicken
Yeah.
farm.
I think it was like, yo, that looked fire. I want that right there.
But
Yo,
we were almost done with our food.
the waiter was so tight, bro. Cause he asked Phil like 3 times if he wanted anything. He kept saying no. My guy's chicken parm came out. He said, "Nah, that looked good. Can I get a chicken parm? Can I get?" He didn't even say that. He said, "Can I get?" He said, "Can I get that?"
Yo,
What
we didn't belong there, yo.
What
What was
kind of
wrong with this show?
kind of etiquette is that, bro?
We had
Can I
no
get-
home training up in there, yo.
Can I
no
get
All
home.
times.
Can I get that?
All times, man. Shout out to Miami.
That's some funny shit, yo.
I gotta be upcoming. I gotta be an upcoming episode, bro. Stories from Miami, bro. We gotta do that.
Yo, we got that kind of time?
Yeah, we got the platform now, bro. We gotta get these stories out, man.
We got the time now?
We got
Oh
the
my
time.
God. That's definitely gonna be on the Joe Button 3-hour podcast.
We gotta get these stories out, bro. Those are hidden. Those are locked away. You gotta break the chain on them Jones. Shout out to BZ, friend of the show, man.
Friends of the show.
God.
Guy freestyling on Collins, man.
Go, chill.
Chill.
Save it.
I forgot how many sizes of the shoe did he order?
Yo, chill out, man. Yo, we don't have time. How many times did I tell you we don't have time?
My man said, "How many is
Yo,
y'all?"
stop, yo.
Let
We
me
need
get
the whole pod for this. Stop it.
Let me get 6 of these in a Yo, oh, what size you wear? I already got shoes. Yo, Biz, what size you? I already got shoes. All right, let me get
Really
let me
big
get
story.
5. My man went back. He was holding the boxes like this, bro. It's just wobbly.
Yeah, just gonna keep going, huh? You know we don't got the time. Yeah, just gonna keep going.
Oh, man.
We still didn't get in that date because of her.
That done, yo?
We still
It's
didn't
gonna
get
get
it.
crazy.
Because
You know
said-
it's gonna get
I know,
crazy
I
in the
got-
club. We
wait.
gotta apologize to the girls. Okay.
Yo,
what you about to
yo,
do.
can we stop? Yo, come on, man.
Is
What
that
we
the
doing,
night of the
man?
gunmetal jeans?
All right, yo. You got to
The
close the
gunmetal?
podcast, bro. I ain't got time to be here all night, man.
All right, yo. We're going to catch y'all
Yeah,
next
man.
episode, man. It's school. It's School in the Game podcast, man.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to my guys, man.
Joe, chill out, man.
Shout out to my brothers, man. We had a good time in Miami.
He was apologizing.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Good
All
luck.
right, yo, we out,
What?
yo.
James Beatman. All right, my bad.
Another time, yo, another time.
Yeah.
You had to mute my guy?
I had to mute this thing because he's going crazy, man.
I told y'all we don't got the time, yo.
You good, bro?
Yeah. Nah, so we definitely got to do that episode, bro.
Yeah, we gonna talk to y'all about the night, the Miami Nights, man. We're
Yo,
gonna do that one of these episodes.
we got to start from old house. Because it started at old house.
Come on, yo.
It all started at old house.
They put up with the wet jeans and a yellow plastic bag. All right.
Yo, we ending this pod or what, man?
Oh, we used to record it? I know stuff.
Yeah, he still recorded you. I'm trying to end the pod. And you
All right, man. Yeah, we gonna catch y'all next episode. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed.
Whew.
Keep your heads up. It's a lot going on. We're gonna be all right. Catch y'all later. Biz gonna get it together.
All right,
All right.
Whew.